I mean, the only reason why the BBC did all this stuff with Doctor Who is because the BBC are desperately trying to stay relevant in an age where they're slowly dying. So how do you keep your shows relevant? You tap into the zeitgeist. So what's big now? What's popular? Feminism, sexism, all this sort of thing. Right, now's the time to make the Doctor a female. Not whenever David Tennant was regenerating, not whenever they first revived the series. Now is the time to have a female Doctor. And it feels derogatory and it feels absolutely mundane as a result. And the fact is, I think society's starting to move away from this now. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people are just so sick of this that they're giving up.
Well, if you just look at, like, taken again, because the Gillette thing is the thing that everybody's talking about. Every week it's something different. This week it's the Gillette ad. But, like, if you look at the likes to dislike ratio on YouTube, you know, it's like something like 16,000 likes, 250,000 dislikes. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, and it's all right, like, because I did say on Facebook, this is really, really insulting to men. Yeah. I'm not offended by it. I'm insulted by it.
Yeah.
You know, as a father to a son, I'm insulted by this shit. But, you know, and everybody's like, oh, well, you're just being offended. Look at you. And like, yeah, but look at everybody's offended by this.
Yeah.
Everybody's offended by this. It's madness.
I haven't even seen it and I'm offended by it.
But this whole idea of boys will be boys, right? You need to be ashamed of that. Why?
No.
You imagine putting an ad on TV telling gay people they can't be gay, or telling women they can't be offended. England would burn itself down.
Yeah.
But it's okay to tell a man he can't be a man.
Yeah, the hell with that.
It's nonsense.
I mean, the perfect example is what I was talking about on the show earlier tonight, where, you know, I'm a guy, I like to go out, I like to have a drink or so, I like watching what I watch, I like going out and building stuff and chopping wood and what have you. I've been in a couple of fist fights in my lifetime. I still think I'm a pretty normal guy. I still read my comic books, I still watch my geeky little TV shows, I still make videos online about Doctor Who. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And yet somehow now society has decided this is the problem. It needs to be squashed out.
You know. But it's like this idea that you can't... What that ad's telling, what this whole message is as well, is that what people don't understand is that it's almost like, you know, you're trying to suppress what being a man is, what being male is.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know... It's like... So I tell my son, I am trying to make it that he will... When my kids go out to school in the morning, both my little girl and my wee boy, the last thing I say to them when I go out the door is take no shit, do no harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what that means is go out there, and if somebody tries to get in your way, you knock them down.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you just be nice and
keep yourself to yourself. Yeah.
You know, but don't let anybody. And that's what, to me, that's what the whole thing about being a man is. I love my kids. I adore my kids. Don't get up in my face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, exactly right. Whereas now in these days, people would be apologising.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I got in your way. I'm sorry for all this, that, and the other. I'm sorry that you were in my way.
Yeah. It's mad.
What does that solve?
Surrounded by snowflakes.
Honest to God, is. I mean, like we're still fairly mannish, I would say, but we can still open up and we can still talk about our feelings and stuff.
Yeah. I cried at the Ghostbusters trailer.
There you go. Proof.
I cried at the Ghostbusters trailer.
Proof.
All right?
There it is. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cried at the 2016 one. Destroyed it.
Women. Anything but women.
God no.
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. But you know what? You're right. We'll just leave it all in 2018. That's all done and dusted.
Yeah, it's done and dusted.
Yeah,
forget about it. Literally.
Perfect. They're remaking Coming to America.
I know. What the hell? I thought it was a sequel.
What? Oh no, sorry. They're making a sequel to Coming to America.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't care really.
From acting and stuff like that.
No, we all wish that he would retire from acting.
No, he made a movie. The guy that's writing Coming to America just made a movie with him. Can't remember what it is.
Great.
He has still been acting.
Like the last thing I seen one was
Pluto Nash.
No, Dave or something. Some weird.
Oh God,
That's
yeah,
the
with like
last
there's
thing
loads of little Eddie Murphys running about inside his head.
What?
It's all. Oh, it's
Have you not seen
diabolical.
No, I don't know
You've
what
not
is
seen
this?
that?
It's diabolical.
There's loads of little Eddie Murphys running around. his head.
Did you ever read? It's either the Dandy or the Beano. You know the numbskulls.
The numbskulls, yeah.
It's that,
Yeah.
but they all look like little Eddie Murphys.
What?
Actually, no.
No, sorry, they're a
not,
spaceship.
not. It's a spaceship.
They have a spaceship that looks
He's
like
a-
Eddie Murphy.
He's the captain of it inside his head.
All the aliens look like Eddie Murphy, but they're all little tiny Eddie Murphys inside this robot body that looks like Eddie Murphy.
No, they're all separate people, but he's the captain.
Really? I thought they were all Eddie Murphy.
No, I just realised that. No, he's the main captain. Then they're all just like
This movie is bad. That's the point we're trying to get across here.
Right.
watch it. It's funny.
This sounds
it's
amazing.
so bad, but you could laugh at it.
Right, okay.
No, you couldn't.
I laughed at it. It was just madness to me.
It'll make you lie down in a dark room and contemplate your life so far.
You actually said, so why did you even agree to film this? Like, what was the
The
purpose?
money.
What money?
Because his career tanked after Pluto Nash. I mean, this is Axel Foley we're talking about.
He made Haunted Mansion as well, didn't he?
Unfortunately, he did, yeah.
And he made-
Elizabeth loves that movie for some reason. God knows why.
I haven't seen it, but my daughter watched it a couple of Halloweens ago, and I didn't watch it. But the bits I saw, it looked stylish, and but I didn't think there was.
Yes, there's not much substance to it.
No.
One thing that I did want to talk about on Ghostbusters there is, do you think Answer the Call will have an effect on who goes to see this movie?
I would.
Do you think it's enough for the for the fan base at large, like the hardcore fans, it'd be enough for them to go, yes, this is what we wanted, brilliant, I'm there opening night. But for the general audience, who over the last couple of years, anytime they've heard the word Ghostbusters, anytime they've heard the word Ghostbusters, they've always thought, oh, it was that whole feminist propaganda thing, and all the white males hated it, and all this sort of thing. I don't want anything to do with Ghostbusters.
This is another reason why they need to get the original cast back.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have a massive ad campaign for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's going to be, we're back, we're bad. It's going to have to be that to get the casual people back in again. But I don't think it will. I think it'll be all right.
Hopefully so, yeah.
My worst fear would be this movie tanks.
Yeah. Well, see, that's my biggest fear as well. That's why I asked that question. Do you think that Paul Feig's movie will have anything to do with that? Also, I think they need to keep the budget low on this.
Well,
really low.
I reckon as well. Funny, I was going to say this to you earlier on. I don't think this is going to be a CGI heavy movie.
No, it's not.
There's going to be a lot of practical effects in this.
No, as I was saying earlier, with Jason Reitman and helming the movie, it's going to be all very dialogue based. Yeah. It's going to be scenes of them sitting in a room talking with each other, or driving around the actual one talking to each other. Because the idea of busting ghosts, it's not a superhero movie. It's not what Paul Feig turned it into, where it was a big CGI nightmare at the end of it. Busting ghosts is the most mundane part of their job. They should be sick of it. It's like it's like doing a public service. It's like being a fireman, essentially, where the most mundane part of your job is going to a place where like a building's on fire and just firing a couple of hoses at it until it burns out.
Yeah,
that's it. Like it shouldn't be the main focus of the story. The main focus of the story should be the characters, the dynamics between them, what they're doing in their lives outside of it. It's just it's an office movie. That's what it is.
Do you think will they acknowledge Harold Ramis is dead?
Yes.
Do you think will Egon be dead?
Egon will be dead.
Yeah. I don't. I think they'll say he's off in like the Amazon studying creatures or something. Or I think they'll do that. I think they will.
I don't know. I think just out and out. I think they'll kill him off.
A canon dead character. I can't get round that in my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, at least in this one, like he's not going to be on a bridge getting a lightsaber shoved through his stomach.
I would like it to be a bit of a mystery. Like eventually they tell the story how he passed.
Well, see, that's one thing I want to bring up as well is the Max Landis script. Have you read it?
No.
The Max Landis script came out a couple of years back
really
there. It's amazing. The beginning tells the origin of Slimer.
Yeah.
Really?
And also they explain Egon's absence, that he was doing some experiment and he ended up getting transported into the ghost dimension.
That's all they do is, they say that,
Like he's
20 years ago.
Yeah, he's on the other side. We've no idea where he is.
Yeah.
So
by saying he's on the other side,
it's a double meaning, yeah.
They're getting around it that way as well, which would be quite clever.
He didn't die. He can come back. It's just we can't find him.
Yeah,
he's off.
Yeah. But do you think we'll be CGI him?
No, God, no. Don't Tarkin him. Don't do that.
Target him.
Yeah. Don't do a Tarkin.
I'd like to think they won't be that crass.
No, and I mean, there's a lot of people on the fan page and stuff going like, oh yeah. You can have him as a CGI ghost and have Maurice LaMarche voice him. See, the thing is, Maurice LaMarche doesn't sound like Harold Ramis. Maurice LaMarche sounds like Egon from Real Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be a nice subtle little thing.
I think it'd be very disrespectful to have him as a ghost as well.
It's the same thing where Bill Murray was saying, I want to do Ghostbusters 3, but I'll be a ghost in it. We don't want to see that, Bill. We want to see old Peter Venkman happily married to Dana Barrett for years, raising Oscar like his own.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Well, wasn't the idea as well that Oscar would be taking over the mantle?
Yeah.
So we could have Oscar in this.
And he would be the same sort of like schlubby kind of slacker character.
Do you know what the thing about it was, right?
Honestly, sorry, before you move on to that, Joel McHale as Oscar Venkman.
Exactly.
Because he'd be roughly around the same. He could play a 30.
Yeah, and McHale's really good. He's really funny as well. He's very deadpan. This was something I had never thought of in Ghostbusters. And I had watched Ghostbusters a million times. And it never crossed my mind. It might have crossed your mind. It never crossed my mind. My wife said to me, Oscar is Venkman's kid. Doesn't have to be Venkman's kid.
What?
Oscar doesn't have to be Venkman's kid. It could be Rick Moranis' kid.
Oh my God.
Which I had never thought of.
Oh my God.
But they're the keymaster and the gatekeeper, which is an innuendo for them having sex.
Yeah.
So Oscar doesn't have to be Venkman's kid.
It's implied, isn't it?
It is.
That whenever they wake up on the rooftop.
Of course, sure, that bit where he sits up and he looks like a train hit him.
Yeah.
Right?
As she gets up looking unsatisfied. Yeah.
I had never thought of that. I had watched Ghostbusters a million times.
Oh my God!
I had never thought of that.
Your wife's a
Jacqueline
genius.
said to me, Rick Moranis or Lois Tully could be
Oh my
father.
And
I was like, no, he couldn't.
And
same as you were like there now. You're like, no, and then like, oh my God, of course he could.
And to tie that in as well, what if the spawn of the two of them, when they were Zool and Vince Clortho, he's some sort of key as well.
Okay, and wouldn't that make sense that all the supernatural stuff is coming for the child?
Yeah, and that's why Vigo wanted to possess
him.
him.
Of two demigods.
Oh my God!
Which means that Oscar could be the villain of this movie.
No! Oh my God! Well, that blew me. That blew my mind there.
See, there is Jason Reitman's idea.
Oh
that
my
Oscar
God!
is actually a son of two demons.
If that happens,
and also like another thing that I was thinking would be amazing as well is
record this, by the way.
Yeah. We are recording
Ghostbusters 3 come out. Okay, it was my wife's idea.
It's your wife's idea. Yeah. No, because
we just ran with it.
Like I was sitting thinking in the car on the way up here as well. Wouldn't it be great if Gozer wasn't the main sort of big bad in the first movie? What if she was the henchman?
From a great
and like she was the one sent to take over our dimension. Yeah. What if
when they blew up the gate, whatever was meant to come through didn't come through?
Well, not even that. But the gateway that they had, imagine there's gateways into all different parallel worlds from this one parallel world where this evil big bad resides. And he's taken over other parallel worlds and destroyed them. That way you could tie it in with the Answer the Call team where they go up against it. They fail spectacularly because they're women. And
that's what I'm saying. There is a lot of ways you could tie this in.
Yeah.
To the universe.
Gozer was our dimension.
If they did an Into the Spider-Verse thing where they had like animated Ghostbusters and they had real life Ghostbusters and all sorts
like
of
the real Ghostbusters show up, Extreme Ghostbusters show up.
Oh, yes.
Also, I was thinking that too. Wouldn't it be fantastic if the Extreme Ghostbusters happened in this timeline too?
That would be so cool.
So like you can have like an older Kylie Griffin with Aubrey Plaza. You can have Kylie Griffin played by Aubrey Plaza walking into the firehouse and stuff. And just like checking up on Ray and his mad tinkering out in his weird shed in upstate New York.
Yeah.
You know.
Wonder if he still run Rez Occult.
Rez Occult bookstore, which is franchised off now. Yeah. It's a Starbucks.
Yeah. Rez Occult, Starbucks and Rez Occult. But yeah.
So if you say Rez Occult fast enough in our accent, it sounds like you're calling Ray something else.
Sorry, what? Yeah. But I would like to think that Jason Reitman has, seen something in the other movies that hasn't really been talked about, and he's going to run with it.
Yeah, I mean,
one thing. You were talking about The Last Jedi about subverting your ideas.
Yeah, bad idea.
But that's okay. That works if you can take something that genuinely makes the audience go, "Oh, of course that makes sense."
Yeah.
So
whereas with The Last Jedi,
it didn't make sense.
With The Last Jedi, it made audiences go, "Oh."
Oh. Yeah. I will always remember my brother saying, yeah, and me thinking, thank God it's not just me.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I remember liking it at the time, but like the more I go back to watch it, I'm like, what a waste! What an absolute waste of time. But then again, I'm not a Russian bot. It wasn't made for me to like. Yeah. Oh God. But yeah, Ghostbusters wild.
But I'm telling you now, I'm pegging it now. Oscar is going to be
Oscar will be heavily involved somehow.
Somehow he'll be a big part of this movie.
That would be so cool.
That'd be really great to see. I think that'll do it then.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say we're excited for Ghostbusters 3.
Yes. I'm very, very excited for it. I never thought we'd get to the stage.
That's only a year away.
I know.
No.
It's only a year away.
Well, it's a year and a bit away.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this time next year, it'll be like it's only a couple months away.
For yeah.
And because this year we have Avengers and Spider-Man and
Fast and Furious spin-off.
We have all these movies, so like if
it'll
you
fly
take it
in.
by a movie-to-movie basis, it's only 10 movies away. Do you
yeah.
Do you like that? But this is what we were talking about as well in the last show about why time flies so fast.
Yeah.
Because it's not a year; it's 20 movies to Star Wars.
Who needs a calendar when you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
And this is something I was going to say if you're on. Last week on the show, I know the recording got scrambled, and I don't think you actually heard the part where I said I have stopped getting excited for movies.
Yeah.
I don't get excited for movies anymore. I want to be excited for movies, very few movies I'm genuinely excited for this.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for I'm not even excited for Endgame. I'm not excited for Spider-Man. I'm not excited for Wonder Woman. I'm not excited. I'll go and see them. I'm looking forward to them. I'm not excited for them.
See,
this movie I'm excited for.
I've sort of come to terms with the fact that I will